Hello class, my name is Michael Allgauer and I'm doing my speech on the stock market. I want to be able to inform you on what exactly the stock market is and how it works. How many of you have heard of the stock market and have either heard people talking about it, have seen it on the news, but have no idea what it even is or what they're even talking about? Having a basic understanding of the stock market is something everybody should have, and that I want to teach you. As a trader myself, I've been doing this for 3 years and I have a lot of knowledge on it, and I would like to give that to you and hopefully teach you everything about it. To become familiar with this, we're going to cover 3 basic topics. The first one is, what is the stock market? The second one is, how does it work? And the last one is, why is it so important? So let's start by learning what exactly the stock market is. The stock market, according to Investopedia.com, is shares of publicly held companies that are issued and traded from one another. What this basically means is that you can buy a share of a company and you become an owner of it. So if you bought 1 share of Apple, you are a part owner. You don't own a lot of it, but you still are considered a shareholder and you own that company. And there are thousands of stocks you can own. They range from Apple, Google, Microsoft, Sony to small no-name companies that you've never heard of that you have the chance to invest in. There's a very wide variety of them, from oil, gas, and electric and coal, all of that stuff that you can invest in. According to Bankrate.com, the 3 main types of investments are stocks, which is buying and holding shares of a company, which makes you part owner. The second one is bonds. This is when you actually give money to banks, give it to companies or even the government for a certain amount of time, and you get a percentage growth every year on the amount of money you've given, and these usually last for about 5 to 30 years. The last one is a mutual fund. This is when you give your money to firms to have them invest for you, and they actually put it in all kinds of stuff like stocks and bonds. It's all spread out evenly and you have a wide variety of other investments. The next thing we'll talk about is how the stock market works. The main thing about the stock market that everyone does is they buy stock. You want to own a company and you want to make money. That's the main reason of the stock market, is to make money. And what you want to do is you want to do your research. You want to find companies that are growing, companies that are good, and your main goal is to buy a company low and sell it high, which means you want to buy a company at, say, $4 a share and sell it at $6. So you could make over $2 a share and make a good amount of money off that. And the best way to do this is by looking at the price of a company. If it continuously goes up, that means the company is doing great. For example, Apple, they come out with iPhones every year, iPads, iPods, all that stuff, and they break all of their old sales records, so that means their stock just keeps going up and up and up. And that is a good investment. Likewise, if the stock is going down, that means that the company is struggling. They're not selling enough of their product, they're not making any money, and they're just not popular anymore. And those are ones that you would want to avoid. Nobody wants to lose money. And according to NASDAQ.com, the best 3 brokers to have, which a broker is something, a company you go through to buy and sell stock. And the top 3 that are on the website are TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, which you'd be familiar with because they used to have commercials with the talking baby in the crib, and the last one is Fidelity. And the great things about all of these is you can trade from your phone, your computer, anything at any time of the day and anywhere in the world, as long as you have access to the internet. Next, we'll find out why the stock market is so important. The main reason that the stock market is so important is that when you get a job, you're going to start something called a 401k. And according to Wall Street, this is a retirement savings plan that you open up with your lender, and a small percentage of your paycheck is taken out and invested into stocks and bonds. And you want to know exactly what this is. You want to know where your money's going. You don't just want to give money away and not know anything that they're doing with it. So it's good to have a basic understanding of what a 401k is. And it will grow your money from time to time. And the great thing about it is it's a small risk. You don't have to worry about looking at it every day because when you're 25 years old, you're not going to be worrying about retiring until you're 65 or 70. So that's when you'll actually worry about your money. And by the time it's there, you'll have a large amount saved up. You'll be able to grow your account a lot over all those years. And the next thing is that the stock market has an impact on the economy. It gives you an idea of how the basic economy is. When the stock market is doing good, that gives good vibrations through the economy. It shows people that the economy is doing good and everybody's pumping money into stocks. They're buying goods and buying companies' goods, and it's helping them, their prices go higher. Likewise, if the stock market is falling, like a couple weeks ago, it fell 1,000 points and people got scared. They thought we were going to go into another depression like we did in 2007 where everything collapsed. People started worrying about if they were going to lose their jobs, if they were going to have enough money to be able to afford anything, or if they were going to lose all their money in their 401k. So it's important to know what exactly is going on in the stock market. And another thing is, according to Mike Pettinger, he stated that back in 1929, when the Great Depression happened, it was more than likely caused because the stock market crashed. So it's important to have a basic understanding of what's going on at all times in the stock market. So in conclusion, the stock market is rather important. I hope that I was able to inform you on what exactly the stock market is, and I hope that by walking away from this, you understand the three basic areas of what the stock market is, how it works, and why it is so important. I want to thank you for your time.